We got a demo version here of Dream On, the last song on the album. But here's a demo version. Kind of crudely recorded on a 4-track cassette recorder. Doesn't sound bad though for cassette. Outrageous. Oh man. This is an early recording of it. Out your window. That whisper. I was proud of that. Good idea. Simple kind of guitar arpeggio repeating over and over again. But again, like the dynamics of the song change with the music, you can kind of hear it more in the finished version that's coming up here. It's like I would play just like a pattern on the guitar, record it, and then just loop it and then sing over it. And I still do that today. Like I still do that idea today. A little bit differently, a little more sophisticated, but I've repeated that idea many times. See, it's like this repeating pattern on a guitar. But this song is a good example of using what are called terrace dynamics, which is like you'll start on with one instrument and it's a repeating melody or something, and instead of making that melody louder or quieter, that instrument louder or quieter, you add things to it as the song goes along, and it gets louder depending on what you add to it. The group The Cure does that kind of idea a lot. And I love that band, and they're a huge influence on me. And like them, I just kind of naturally really went in this idea with terrace dynamics. But they, of course, do it much better than I do. But it all kind of comes from the same place, from like my interior, inside of me. Cool. Starts out with a simple guitar, the pianos come in, my voice, the keyboards, it didn't get louder, I just added more things to it. Yeah, that's terrace dynamics, that is the term. The idea being that as it goes, you stack more things on. It goes up and up, a step up, a step up, a step up. Man, I'll tell you what, if I ever had a hit, I have like 2 or maybe 3 songs that are like, in my world, at my level, I would consider them like my hits. If I had a greatest hits album, I would have 3 songs on it. This would be one of them. This song has traveled, man, all over the world. I mean, every country you could think of, and all the different languages. Because the lyrics, even though I'm singing in English, they don't matter to the people who hear it for some reason. This song it strikes a chord with people who hear it. And man, as an artist, no matter what level I'm on, that's a good thing when that happens. Thank your lucky stars that you can come up with something that appeals to people like that. And to think, when I first wrote this song, I almost erased it and started over. Like I almost scrapped it. And I just can't believe it. I came so close to, never making this a song. And at the last minute, I changed my mind, and now look at it. So glad I didn't make that mistake. It would have been tragic. But you can hear, at least I can hear, I was so excited. I was so, into it, and like just being so creative and just losing myself in the studio for whole days at a time, just spending the whole day, in the studio, tinkering around and messing around with ideas and figuring out how to use the equipment and experimenting. It was really more like a laboratory than it was a studio, and it was just so much fun. It still is. It's just different now, Still have a lot to learn, but I have learned a lot, and I've gotten a lot more equipment and know-how and skill, so it's like a little bit different, but I still do get excited. Maybe not quite as excited as I was then recording this song, but oh yeah, there's this tail coming up on the end of the song. I remember I was so proud of this idea of putting a tail on the end of the song, of just like this cosmic cloud. Like it just goes into this ambient cloud and then it like fades away. Like put like a comet. The song is like the comet, and then this part is like the tail on the comet. That's kind of, I see, yes, samples. There's the Apollo mission guy. 3, lift off. I just lost myself in this. I was so happy with this. I thought this was such a great idea to end a song like this. And I've done it since, with other songs and stuff. Just listen to it. I think I say, there's piano there. Yeah. I think I say, dream on. Yeah. Listen to that piano. Real sparse. Kind of like the Mission UK in The Garden of Delight. The song I did a podcast about. So true. It's all that stuff, all that music I took in over the years growing up and everything, it comes out. It comes from somewhere. This piano came from the Mission UK. Oh yeah. Dream on. That's so cool. Good ideas, just like really fun, cool, good ideas. Like having the time of my life and not having to rely. I guess that's the most important thing about this debut CD, that like it proved to me that I could do this music thing 100%, and I didn't need other people. I didn't need an engineer to record me. I didn't need a guitar player to play the guitar for me. I didn't need somebody to sing for me. I could do this whole deal, this whole rock and roll music thing by myself. And this album, from the beginning to the end, it kind of proved that to me. It's a big deal. There's a lot of work and a lot of man hours that went into these songs. And, they weren't all recorded at once. They were recorded over a very long period of time. But that's something actually that I've been thinking about lately a lot, to be honest, is like with these earlier albums, I had so much time to write these songs. And that goes for not just the pipe choir stuff, but for like Ad Astra 1, 2, and 3, and then the Clouds, these albums that I put out. I had a lot of time to write those songs and record them, and then after I've released them, it's like now when I release an album, like, I have to kind of like hurry and make new stuff. It's like I don't have the time like I used to before I was releasing music to the public regularly on the internet, really. I don't have that kind of time anymore, so I have to kind of like hurry. It's a strange kind of pressure, But I'm trying to my best to defeat that and to like not be pressured so much into releasing new material that it's like I'm going to keep the quality at a certain level, and however long that takes, that's what I'll do. But yeah, there you go. That's the debut CD from Pipe Choir.